When you are investigating QRadar offenses, you need to answer some questions in a very quick way. First of all, are we dealing with an offense that is a false positive because I don't have my system tuned? Is this something real or high priority that I need to deal with? And if it's something that I need to deal with, are we a target of choice? I mean, somebody is aiming at our organization. That requires extra investigation effort, or it's something that click on a piece of malware for the Kenyan prints, and I need to deal with that in a different way. But in any one of those cases, in order to answer the question of who's behind this, you need to look at the IOCs, the indicator of a compromise behind it. And if you're going to be doing that by going into every one of the events and picking up the IPs and URLs and going to doing copy paste into VirusTotal, it's going to take you forever, and you may not be lucky enough to do a thorough investigation by going into that. Let me show you a better way when you have QRadar Advisor installed. So let me select a couple of offenses here as examples from my demo system. So let's go to this one. And in my case, my offenses, you can send them automatically or manually to Advisor, but this Advisor came back in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes and came back saying, I think this is of a high priority, and you can provide feedback to the guys that feed Watson about it if you disagree with it or agree. And it's telling you there are 7 organizations behind this type of thing. There are 32 families of malware, and another investigation, another offense that is related to this, and all that from just 2 events. And also is telling you that from the MITRE attack and techniques, we see those techniques, strong indication of initial access and persistent, and light indication of execution and command and control. And QRadar knows that by virtue of the offense of the rules that contribute to this particular offense. It can actually suggest the tactics being used. So from this point on, this is something that you can answer that first question very, very rapidly. Now, in order to see who's behind this, what you can do with Advisor is actually click here on the graph. Let me actually zoom out, and there's a lot of information here, so let me take some pieces out. Let me get the blue and the green out. And what you see here in gray is the data that was part of that offense that was sent to Advisor. And it's just, we see IP addresses of the guy that actually went to this malicious address. Everything in red is something that is malicious, and you can click in any one of those and see. If you want to see more details, you can see, okay, how those Advisor came to that conclusion. And there's the X-Force, and also here's VirusTotal telling you. And again, you could have come to that conclusion by going the copy-paste game, but it will take you a great deal of time. It's much easier just to get it this way. And now, well, this is the data that was in the actual offense, and we know what's bad and what's not. But in order to get the IOCs in a rather quickly way, all I need to do is bring the blue in. Let me actually show the blue. And these are all the IOCs that are in 1 or 2 degrees of separation from related to this particular stuff that happened in your organization. And for example, what are this PLA guy here? How do you know? I mean, who are these folks? And you can get all the details as well. So now, besides knowing who's behind this, how can I more effectively use this data, all these agents, all these malwares, URLs, all that data? Well, what I can do is I can manually, there's an automatic way as well, export those stick and feed taxis, taxi feed, CSVs, if I want to put a report for an investigation that I want to report upon, or most importantly, in my view, I want to export these things into, for example, let's say I want to get all the hashes, and I want to put them into my hashes in my environment in QRadar. I mean, you need to provide the name of which reference sets you use in your QRadar system for handling hashes. And when you do that, what you are actually making your system more intelligent, because if QRadar is not aware of all these IOCs already by virtue of the threading tails that it receives, By doing this step, you now know that if anyone touches any one of these IOCs, you're going to get an offense that's going to fire and invite you to investigate that. Now let's get rid of the blue and bring the green in. What the green is this is a stuff that if you are conducting an investigation, you will have to go back into your system with all these IOCs and perform one heck of a search to figure out if anyone has already touched any one of those IOCs. Well, what Advisor is doing is already perform this search in your system, in your data, and came back and say, well, there's this guy, Desert Falcon, that is the user of that particular workstation that was involved in here, and there's another offense that is actually related to that. And why is that important? Well, QRadar index the elements in an offense based on one criteria. Might be the user ID, might be the source IP, might be the host name, whatever it is, but it's one. So if offense number 1 indexed by source IP and offense number X indexed by user ID, you're not going to get the two things together. But Advisor can really tell you that these other things are related without you having to search for it. And there's a better example for that in another offense, so I'll get back to this in a second. So let's get back to the offenses and look into another offense that can help me illustrate the value of Advisor. Let's actually take a look at this one. Okay, if we look at this, and let me go straight into the graph, we see that, okay, it's telling me that there are two users, right? This Timothy Vickers and this Tiger guy. I say, well, if I want to investigate this WinWord document here, what the heck is all this? If I want to investigate what Timothy Vicker has been up to, I can, go here and either look at this part of the investigation or go straight into the user analytics and search for Vicker. And because I have a feed from Active Directory, I even have it in there. But if I were to put here Vickers, notice that it's going to find the guy. But I was looking in it and I found it in here. And we can see actually the use cases that are related there. And you can click here. And this is the same QRadar data, but it's a much easier way of actually conducting this investigation. And here we see the command he used for getting into that particular piece of malware. Let me go back to the offense and show one more. Let's look at this one. Again, going straight to the graph, we see what I was telling you about before, that somebody went to this particular IP, which is related to the Emonet malware. It's actually very recent. And these other three offenses are also related because of that IP in it. So you can actually look at that later. But also, you can actually, I know in my demo system, this is a particular, this is a mail server. And this is a user. That's the user that actually click in this offense to go to the Emonet. But if you are feeding your QRadar system with vulnerability data, which I don't have right now at the moment, you can go into the asset database. And for example, I look in this particular IP and I search. This is this one, and in here I can see this is a Windows domain server. It's a domain Windows server is a domain controller, and if I had vulnerability data, I can actually see which vulnerabilities are related. In case that you want to determine whether this has been a case in which a vulnerability that was left behind has been exploited. One important thing is that in order to get all this to work, you not only need to install Advisor, but you need to configure it right. There's a little homework that you need to do. So if you go into the configuration of Advisor in the admin tab, here in the property mapping, it is very important that you actually tell QRadar that, for example, I have a log source, this carbon black, that has something that says process command line, that is a type of signature for antivirus. That these are all destination IP, these are domains, particularly very important with the hashes. I have a hash that is called SHA-256 hash. Well, I need to tell advisor, well, that's a hash. Otherwise, when you send the data, the offense data to advisor won't be able to search on that particular information because it doesn't know that that is actually a hash. That's the piece that you actually need to do, the homework that you need to do manually. But I hope that this shows that with this tool, you can save a tremendous amount of time investigating your offenses, and that's what I see advisor as is a way of speeding things up. I like to make the comparison between when I first came to the country and I was visiting customers. I was using MapQuest. I print my map, and it was tremendous help, and no doubt about it. But now I have Waze, and there's no way I'm going to go back to MapQuest because now Waze gives me automatic rerouting, tell me where the traffic is. If I miss an exit, it puts me back in place, tell me where the policemen are hiding, all that information. So I see advisor in that. It's a tool for speeding things up. Nothing that you cannot do manually, but do you have enough time to spend all day long looking at the QRadar offenses console? Probably you have better things to do. So this can actually help you QRadar detect the thing, investigate, answer the questions, and move on.